So the fourth and final Fast and Furious 5K in our list is
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm John.
And I'm Dawn.
And together with the two running brooms. So it's Saturday morning, it is by the clock up there, about 10 to 10, and we recently finished the Market Rasen Racecourse Parkrun. And the reason we came here to do this particular parkrun today is as a marker for our new training series, which is called
the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, that's right, the Fast and Furious 5K training series. So over the next few months, we are going to be doing a series of 5K races. We've already entered 4 races, which we'll take you through in a minute, and we're going to be dropping in regularly to parkruns to run them as time trials. So look out for our new training series, the Fast and Furious 5K. So yeah, we came to this parkrun to get a fair idea of where we are at the minute, because it's quite a fast course, Market Rasen Racecourse. We haven't got the official times yet, but I've got 20:40 on my watch, and you've got?
I had 21:39 on my watch.
So they're good markers to enable us to set some targets for our Fast and Furious 4 5Ks. And there's a bit of a mouthful, like East 5-4, 4 for 5, and the old football results. So during this video, we'll let you know not only what races we're doing, but what our goals are for the forthcoming race series. So these 4 5Ks that we've entered already, we're going to tell you a little bit about each of them. So the first one we've got entered is the Doncaster 5K. I didn't say that wrong, it's not the Doncaster 5K, although it is in Doncaster. It's called the Doncaster 5K, you can see what they did there, and it's a new race organised by a club called Dagenham Harriers, Dagenham being the Roman name for Doncaster incidentally. So what this race is, it is 5 laps of a cycle track of exactly 1 kilometre, similar to races we've done before out at York, and we're really looking forward to that as it is set up for being extremely speedy. It's an evening race, I think 7 PM on a Friday. So that's the first race on the 7th of July, incidentally, which would have been my father's 107th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Doncaster 5K, 7th of July is the first one in our 5K race series.
So the second race on our list is the Ovalton 5K, and that's in Somerset at the Ovalton Air Arm Museum.
Fleet Air Arm Museum.
Yeah, okay. So the Ovalton 5K is a 1-lap course. Now, we've done this one several times before. I think, in fact, I first did it back in about 2001 maybe. So yeah, so we've been doing this one for quite some time. And again, it's quite a fast course. And again, it's in the evening, so it's another evening race. Last year we did it, and it was, I think, the hottest race we've ever done.
Sweltering
It was, yeah. So, and last year Joe Pavey was at the race, if I remember rightly.
So that'll be our second attempt at a fast 5K.
Okay, so the third race on our list is the Dereham 5K, and that's on the 20th of August. This is a morning race, and it's the only one that we've got planned that's in the morning.
Yeah, so Dereham 5K is a race I've done every year since its inception in 2011. In fact, that first year I did 16:49, so that was when I was pretty fit. So the course is a 2-loop course around Dereham town centre. Dereham's a town about 10 miles west of Norwich in Norfolk. It's relatively flat. The only caveat to running a really fast time is there's a few sharp twists and turns and one U-turn round a lamppost at the far end, but it's a really good town centre event. It's part of the Norfolk Grand Prix series, I think, so it's well regarded by all the local clubs.
It's a lovely course.
And organised by Dereham Runners, a really nice club who we've run a few times with when we've been on holiday in the area.
Well, the fourth and final Fast and Furious 5K our list is the Mid-Cheshire 5K, which is on the
25th of August. Now that is a Friday evening race. It's one we've never done before. We have heard good things about it. I think they run 2 Mid-Cheshire 5Ks, one in April I think, and one in August, and it basically attracts tons of fast runners from all across the north of England. I think it was one last year in low 14 minutes. It brings out people who really want to run a fast 5K time, and we're doing it this year as well. So we're hoping to get dragged along by some of those faster runners. Those are the 4 races we're aiming to do for the Fast and Furious 5K series. I've got them all right there. Yeah. So, any of you planning to do any of those races? If you are, drop a comment below, and if you do see us, come over and say hello.
We're out on this glorious summer morning for our long run, and so during this run we're going to take the opportunity to talk to you about our training for the Fast and Furious 5K and what 5K history has looked like over the years that we've been running. So our training is going to be made up of 50 to 60 miles per week, which is our sweet spot at the moment. It'll be following the 80-20 approach. That's 80% easy runs and 20% focused structured sessions, which John is going to tell you about now.
So yeah, 50 to 60 miles is about where we are at the minute. We've got a good base. Dawn's come off her marathon training block. I've had about 14 weeks of running that mileage. So in a good place to kickstart some specific 5K training. So those 2 focused runs a week. One will be a midweek speed session, typically made up of timed intervals. And the other run will either be a Saturday park run done as a time trial, or a long run workout where we'll do some longer repetitions aimed at working that lactate threshold, with the Wednesday or Tuesday or Thursday midweek session focusing more on VO2 max with some threshold work.
So we plan to run every day. That's just what we do, and our bodies are actually used to it.
Yeah, there might be the odd rest day if circumstances transpire against us, but generally we've found we get the best out of yourself by running every day. Not on any particular big running streak for the sake of it, but for us a day isn't complete without a run in it.
Yeah, and our easy runs can be very, very slow. One thing we've learnt over the years is that consistency, and I know we hear it all the time from loads of other runners out there, but it really is the key to performance.
As Stephen Scullion says, keep showing up, and we show up every day to do something that's going to benefit our running over the long term. So as master runners, we're well aware that training isn't just about showing up every day and running some miles, some of them fast, some of them slower. One thing we've been doing a lot of recently is strength and conditioning work. But what I've done the last few weeks, I've reached out to a local specialist strength and conditioning coach. He coaches some of the runners we coach at running, strength and conditioning. I had an hour doing some analysis. He looked at my various areas of strength and weakness. He's written me a personalised plan, which I now implement 3 days per week in order to achieve my running goals.
So yes, I also do some strength during the week. Not quite as much as John, but I do make sure that I'm doing enough to maintain my strength and conditioning to allow me to keep running at a pace that I want to. What an absolute glorious day we've got today. Although I don't think I'd want to be racing along running this.
Now, the third element of my training comes about because I spend a lot of time sitting in the car, driving to different places and sitting in meetings, and that is a dynamic, active routine. For the past year nearly, I've been signed up to something called Dynamic Runner, and there are daily activation and mobility programs in there. I'll probably do 5 times a week as time allows. So 3 elements are 5K training for the next few months, 50 to 60 miles a week on an 80-20 basis, strength and conditioning 3 times a week, and for me, dynamic mobility probably 5 times per week.
I'll probably do it 2 or 3 times a week.
So I think my official 5K PB according to Power 10 is 16:36. I did once do a park run in 16:27. Up to the age of 42, I could regularly run in the 16:40s, but more recently, well, I've not broken 20 minutes now for 4 years. So that's been down to a variety of illness and injury reasons, but we're back on the up. Yesterday, I ran my fastest time in 4 years, 20:39, market racing park run. So I reveal my goal for this training block in a minute.
For me, I feel like a decent 5K performance is the one that got away. I did 19 minutes and 4 seconds as an official PB, but a 10K PB where I ran through 5K quicker. There wasn't that many 5Ks around at the time when I was running at my best, and also my sole focus around those times was marathon training and all my PBs actually came off marathon training. So although, you know, I can no longer target that 5k I feel that got away, I have a goal this training block that focuses on age grading and doing the best I can at the age I am. A sub 21 5k, which in parkrun age grading would be about, well, it'd be over 90%. So yesterday I ran 21:38 at Market Raising Parkrun, and at the beginning of in April I did 21 dead at Pool Parkrun. So I believe it's in there, and this training block is going to bring it out.
And as for my goal, with a recent time of 20:39, I think it's realistic to try and go sub 20, which will be the first time I've done that in nearly 5 years. So optimistically, Dawn put me down when she entered the Mid Cheshire 5k as 18:40 by the end of August. I don't know about that.
Come on, John, believing you can do it is half the battle.
I wouldn't say half the battle is believing. I think more than half the battle is actually doing the training, staying injury free.
Maybe not half the battle, but the psychology of running is extremely important when you are going for a target goal.
That's right. So one thing we didn't mention in our what we're doing for training is actually was taken to journaling. We're going to be writing down every day what we've done, how we've done it, heart rates, and any other qualitative data to go with it. One thing I find is if you've had a bad session in the week, it's easy to look back and think that was a rubbish week of running. But actually, if you look back, you think that went 85% to plan. I'm not injured, I'm still healthy, and I can do the next week. So do any of you journal your running, or have you ever done? Let us know in the comments below how you found it.
So we're just over 13 miles of our 15-mile run, and we're just going to go and finish off in this beautiful sunshine. So we talk about the psychology of running in races. Well, one of my weaknesses for 5k is that in that 4th k I'm always slower than any other k, and that's because I think psychologically if I keep pushing at 4k I won't have enough to finish fast. So therefore, during this training, one of the things I'm going to work on during my time trials is pushing through that 4k into the 5th k and finishing strong.
And my one weakness in racing 5Ks is usually the first kilometre or first mile. I'm normally not warmed up enough, and it's always the slowest one, not the 4th, the first for me. But actually yesterday at Market Raising Parkrun, I had a pretty decent dynamic activation and mobility routine going on. So my mile splits were 6:37, 6:33, 6:34, which is about where I want to be. But I'm going to focus on hitting the start line ready to race, not using the first K as an extended warm-up. So some of you may have tuned in expecting to see an update on the training for our Ham and Lime 50k Ultra. We're taking the decision to defer that to next year. The organiser kind of let us do so. A few reasons: we both had a bout of COVID, didn't get in the training we wanted, and we're down in the area in the summer on holiday, so we get a chance to have a better recce of the course. So we're better prepared for running a Ham and Lime next year. So this summer it is 5k training. If you'd like to follow along on our Fast and Furious 5k Summit of Speed, did I get that right? Series, then please consider subscribing. It's free to you. It just means you get to see when we post a new video. So until next time,
keep on keeping on.
keep on keeping on.